welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. So for today's video, I'm going to be using these pre-colored nails from Shein, and I'm gonna create some fruit nails. And the reason why I'm using these is because I can do less coats of, the nail polish, because this already give me a nice base color. So as you just saw, I'm just snipping it down, and I'm just going to file the edges into a bit more of a round shape, because when I think of, obviously I'm going to make an orange with this orange nail. So when I think of oranges, you think of a round orange shape. So I'm just going to round this out, like I said, and just go in slow motions for a little bit just to make sure you don't overfile and you're getting the shape you want. So I'm going to go in now with this orange color from the brand Tomica. It is sold on Amazon, so if I can find it, I will have it listed. And I'm going to do one coat and cure it. Now I'm taking this really pretty orange from Beetles, and I am just keeping it, towards the center to do the inside of the orange. So the darker color is the peel, and this inside is the part that you eat. Went in with one more coat of that Beetles color, and I'm leaving it wet, and I'm dipping a liner brush into some white gel polish, and I'm outlining that inner circle with the white to be, that part that's in the orange. I don't really know what that is, but just the white section. And then I'm taking a dry detailer brush and I'm dragging the white into the center of the orange to create the shape of, each individual section. Also adding a white area in the middle, because that's what you typically see on oranges. And I mixed together some brown and orange color, same orange color that I used on the outside. And what I want to do with this is, how oranges have like those indents on them on the skin. So I want to add some detail and texture. And I just went ahead and made this like one or two shades different from, the base color. And I'm going in with a dotting tool, and I'm just applying like not circles, but I guess like little U's, I think is what I did, but just very small to mimic the, like I said, the holes or whatever, that you see in orange peels. Using that same shade that I just made, I am now going in on the individual pieces of orange in the center to make, just some more detail and see, like, the pulp a little better. But first I go in with a little bit more white to kind of clean this up a bit. And now I'm going in with that orange color because, I did a base coat to kind of like let it bloom, but then it kind of looked more like a tie-dye orange than like a real orange. So I just went ahead and put a little bit of that with a dotting tool so I can get the shape, faster. And I'm just again dragging that into the center with a little bit of white on my brush. So now I'm using an even smaller dotting tool and taking different shades of the oranges over here, and I'm just further creating more dimension and more, lines for the pulps and all that. Now using this precision rhinestone glue, I'm using that to create, some of the water effect because you want it to be like three-dimensional. So I just squirted that on some certain areas, and then I will hold it upside down to let it further, make a dome shape. And then I added some jelly orange and base coat to create just a little different shade for that white. It was a little too white for me. So I'm using the same precision glue, and I added some more dots, and I'm taking those really pretty, very tiny pointed back, as you can see there, like holographic clear diamonds. And I'm adding those because, like I thought it would have a really, really nice water look to it, but not being so plain, and just add a little something to the nails. So I just put those in a couple of spots. I didn't want to overdo it too much with those. So I just played around with the positions, and once I was happy, I gave that a cure. Now I'm getting into the lemon, and I did use like that kind of light green from the Shein nails, and I'm taking a really pretty yellow, again from the Tomika brand. I'm doing a nice coat of that, and now I have this yellow. I'm not sure what this is from, but I'll list it if I can find it. I made these nails like a couple of weeks ago. Um, so yeah, I go in with two coats of this just to make sure I have a nice even base, and I did cure both of those coats. So now I'm going in with a base coat again. I'm trying not to do it too thick because, like I said, I don't want it to spread and give it the tie-dye look like the orange did. And I'm doing the same thing, dipping my liner brush into the white gel, outlining the pulp section of this lemon with some nice white gel polish. And again, I'm making that center dot. And now I'm taking my dry detailing brush again and pulling the white into that yellow to create the individual pieces. And I'm just taking that brush to just clean up, whatever's blooming too much, and, all that, to further, just make it more round and look good. And then when I was happy with that, I cured it up. So for this, I'm doing the same thing like I did for the orange. I have a yellow jelly gel and a clear, I'm using a clear base coat, and I'm just combining those very, very lightly because I do want to just darken that yellow a bit. I added a bit more yellow to what I just made for the white, and now I'm using that again to create a little more dimension and texture to the nails by mimicking again, how the peel of the lemon looks. And then I do use this color to create some lines in the pulp for, again, some more dimension. Again, I'm going to go in with those really pretty crystals as well as these, I don't know, beads, whatever you call them. But I have them in yellow, and I thought that would just be perfect for the little water accent, for the lemon juice. So I'm using like the smallest size they have, and then the one up from that, because any bigger, it would just look funny. So I'm adding that, and I really, really love how this looked. I tried using the light blue on the orange, because for water, but it just wasn't looking right. So for this nail, I do use these little yellow beads. And now using my base coat, I am creating some more of the 3D water texture to these. So here are the end results. I did go back and add some thick rhinestone gel to bubble out each separate portion of the pulp. And I'm pretty happy with the results. This was my first time ever doing any kind of fruit or food or like anything like this. So I'm pretty happy with how they came out. There is room for improvement, but so yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.